Hey guys, what's going on today? I'm going to have Hawkeye Justice go up against Ebony Miles, standard with under attack and Hydra assault module sets. The deck for this one, I'm going to have Ironheart, Nick Fury, Quasar, Spiderman, Wiccan, 2 clear areas, 2 hit and runs, 2 impedes, 2 turn the tides, energy, genius, strength, 1 power all of us, 1 power justice, 1 interrogation room, 1 quincarrier, 1 team building exercise, 1 endurance, heroic intuition, justice serve, and sense of justice. Let's go ahead and take up the scheme here. Attack on nowhere. So we're going to have Ebony Miles 1 and 2 because we're doing standard. The standard counter sets and then 2 module sets recommends armies of Titan Black Order, but we're going to do under attack and Hydra assault. Ebony Miles 1 is a 2 scheme, 1 attack, Black Order Mystic. He has a force interrupt. When Ebony Miles activates against you, you're going to remove an invocation counter from each spell card in your play area. We'll go ahead and flip over attack on nowhere. So it has a threat threshold of 6. It comes in with 1 threat and advances by 1 at the beginning of the villain phase, and will reveal each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded and put in their play area, and shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. So let's go ahead and see what we get stuck with. Oh, that's a treachery. Nope. 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 Still going. Here we go. We get a fireball. So fireball. The surge and all that won't trigger because it's during the setup one. It's not going to be revealed. It's not revealed. So enters play with 4 invocation counters on it. And it has a force response that after the last invocation counter is removed from fireball, they're going to discard and deal 4 damage to your identity. So even if you're an alter ego, you're going to copy. Let me shuffle these back up. So yeah, fireball it's pretty dangerous because you're going to cop 4 damage no matter what. Go ahead and let's take a look at Hawkeye here. So Clint Barton's his alter ego. He has a recovery of 3. He is shield and weapon of choice. Actions, so spend 1 resource of any type to search your deck and discard pile for Hawkeye's bow. And add your hand and shuffle your deck, and it's going to be limited once per phase. He has a hand size of 6 with 9 hit points. Go ahead and do our starting hand, giving us Hawkeye's quiver, so that's a plus. The cable arrow, another cable arrow. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, turning the tide, and Impede. Let's see. There's only 1 threat on the scheme, so let's get rid of turn the tide. Let's get rid of Impede, and let's get rid of cable arrow, shall we? And let's draw into heroic intuition. Hawkeye's bow, so there we go. We ain't gonna worry about spending a resource to find that. And the electric arrow. Alright, so let's go ahead and spend the bow. Let's pay 1 for Hawkeye's quiver. So Hawkeye's bow is a 0 cost upgrade, so weapon is restricted, so we have 2 restricted per player. Your hero gets +1 attack, and each of your arrow attacks gain range, so Retaliate's not going to trigger. And then Hawkeye's quiver is a 1 cost upgrade. You may play arrow events attached to this card as if they were in your hand, and as a hero action, exhaust Hawkeye's quiver to search the top 5 cards of your deck for an arrow event and attach it face up to this card. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll exhaust that. Look at the top 5, giving us clear the area, justice serves, team building exercise, power all of us, and explosive arrow. So explosive arrow goes over here face up. These go back in the deck, and we're going to shuffle these back up. Actually, that was a hero action, so we had to be in hero form. So Hawkeye has 1 thwart, 2 attack, 1 defense. So he's an Avenger. He has quick draw, so we have to exhaust Hawkeye to ready Hawkeye's bow. So let's just spend 2 for his electric arrow. So it's a 2-cost event. Arrow attack, hero action, exhaust Hawkeye's bow and stun the enemy and deal 3 damage to it. 5 damage instead if it's already stunned. So we will exhaust and then stun and deal 3 damage, so he's down to 11. There's no reason to ready Hawkeye's bow again because we don't have anything else to play, but we'll go ahead and attack for 2, and his bow gives us +1 attacks. We attack for 3, knocking him down to 8. Let's go ahead and ready everything back up. And then we'll draw our hand size of 5, so we'll get Expert Marksman, which is good. Hit and run, Wiccan, explosive arrow, and another hit and run. So this will go to 2. And then he'll attack with stunned. But he'll still, his first interrupt will still trigger because even though he didn't attack, but he did activate. So that's it, he activates. That's how the stun goes. So we'll take 1 off a fireball. And our counter card is going to be assault, so he's going to attack. We're not going to defend, so he'll attack for 1 plus another 1 for 2. So we're down to 7. And then another one of these goes off. So now we're down to 2 on fireball. So he did get his licks in after all. Let's go ahead and spend 1 for Expert Marksman, so that's a 1-cost upgrade. And we get to exhaust Expert Marksman to generate a wild resource for an arrow event. Then let's do 2 for Wiccan. Wiccan's a 2-cost ally. He has 1 thwart, 1 attack. He'll take a damage when he uses one of those abilities. He has 3 health. He's an Avenger. After Wiccan thwarts, you're going to discard the top card of your encounter deck, and for each boost icon discarded this way, he's going to deal 1 damage to an enemy. So he's going to thwart for 1, taking that down to 1. We discard the top one of this, deal 3 boost icons, so he's going to deal 3 to them all, knock him down to 5. Then he takes the damage. And then while we're at it, let's go ahead and use Expert Marksman. Actually, you went. No, let's not do that yet. Let's go ahead and exhaust Hawkeye's quiver. Search the top 5 for an arrow. So there's an Expert Marksman. There's a Vibranium arrow, an Ironheart, Mockingbird, and Sense of Justice. We'll take the Vibranium arrow. We'll pop that under his quiver, and then we put these back in the deck and shuffle the deck back up. Go ahead and exhaust Expert Marksman and spin 1 for that explosive arrow. So actually we got to exhaust his bow and choose a player. So we're going to choose ourselves and deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player. We don't have any minions, so we'll deal 3 damage to every maul, knock him down to 2. There's no reason to ready his bow back up, so we'll go ahead and hit him for another 3, taking him out. So we'll flip over to every maul 2. So he has scheme of 2 and attack of 2, just like before. He's got that force interrupt. When revealed, each player discards from the top of the counter deck until we get to discard a spell, and then puts that card into play. So we're going to go ahead and discard again. And then this time we were going to get manipulation. So it enters play with 2 invocation counters. And as a force response after the last invocation counter is removed from manipulation, when we discard it and discard 1 card at random from our hand. And then we're confused. And then he has 18 hit points. She shouldn't be exhausted. And then we will attack for 3, knocking down to 15. Ready everything back up. Draw our hand size, giving us a card, all of us. Team building exercise. Quasar, Ironheart, and Justice Served. That's going to go to 1. Ebony Miles is going to attack for 2. We'll block. No, we're not going to block with Wiccan. We'll block this time. So he'll do 2, 3. We have a defensive 1. Sucks. So we take 2 damage down to 5. Take 1 off of each of these. Getting our counter card, which is Criminal Pass, which is our obligation. So we can either flip the alter ego form and then exhaust Clean Barton and remove it from the game, or discard Hawkeye's bow from play and discard his obligation. We'll go ahead and flip over and move that from the game. And then it's our turn. What are we going to do here? We'll spend Power all of us to play Team Building Exercise, because since that's a basic card, our resources will double. And then let's play two for Ironheart. So I have to play Ironheart from my hand. We get to draw a card. She is a 2-cost ally, 1 support, 1 attack, 2 health. And then we'll pick up our interrogation room. Alright, let's go ahead and flip back over. Let's go ahead and exhaust Hawkeye's quiver. Search the top 5 cards of our deck for our arrow. So there's a vibranium arrow. There's a quincarrier, clear the area, and an electric arrow. So let's see what we got. A vibranium arrow, we can do 6 damage against piercing. Or then we can do 3 damage and stun. Let's go ahead and take the electric arrow there. Put these back. Shuffle this up. Ironheart will attack for 1 down to 14. We can go ahead and dwarf for 1. And then we'll discard top card and give us another 1, so we'll do another damage to Ebony Miles. He's down to 13. She takes damage. Let's go ahead and exhaust that bow. Actually, no, but we gotta spend 1 for extra. We'll do expert marksman. Spend 1, and then we will play electric arrow. We'll exhaust the bow. Stun the enemy and deal 3 damage. Stun, deal 3. He's down to 10. And then let's go ahead and end the turn there. Ready everything back up. Then we'll take endurance, turn the tide, clear the area, expert marksman, and a genius. So that's a decent hand. This goes to 1. He's stunned, but these will trigger. So we did 4 damage to our enemies. We're down to 1, and then we get to discard 1 card at random. and become confused. And we're down to 10. He's down to 10, but we're down to 1. And then let's see what the dice say. 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and roll that D6. 5. We're going to discard a genius. Then we'll take our Arcana card, and so Reactor Overload. So it comes in with 3 threat. It has a crisis icon, so we can't remove any threat from the main scheme until that's out of here. It won't reveal each player must choose either take 2 damage or place 2 threat here. We're not going to take 2 damage because it will die, so we're going to take 2 threat, putting it up to 5. So it's our turn. Let's go ahead and exhaust to get rid of that confused. I really wanted to play endurance, but can't. The expert marksman, I really, we're going to have to let's get rid of expert marksman. We're not going to need that right now. So we'll do that. So play that to clear the area. So it's 1 cost event. It's a thwart. That's why we exhausted. That's why we thwarted to get rid of that confused. We play this card. Remove 2 threat from the scheme. And after removes the last threat from that scheme, draw a card. Which is not going to because it's through the crisis. It's down to 3. Actually, yeah, we can't even play Turn the Tide for endurance. Actually, no. We'll do expert morale. Let's do this. Exhaust the quiver. Top 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. No arrows that time. So that was a waste. Draw this back. Shuffle this back up. We will exhaust extra marksman to get draw a resource for an arrow card. We'll spin and turn the tide to play vibranium arrow. So exhaust Hawkeye's bow and deal 6 damage to enemy against piercing. So we do 6, so he's down to 4. Actually, he's checking out the damage. Let's go ahead and thwart for 1. Taking that down to 2. And then we'll hit him off for 2. He's down to 2. Then he's out of here. We're going to have to... Nah, we're not going to. We're in the turn. We're going to risk it. Be gutsy. Let's see how this goes. We can survive this attack, and we should be good. So let's get Sonic Arrow. Clear the area. Nick Fury. And Strength. This is going to go to 3. He'll attack for 2. We'll block with Ironheart. So he'll do 2, 3. Comes the encounter card. Deal 1 damage each from the character. Ow! Bugger! Concussive Blast gets us down to 0. That's what happens when you play gutsy. Think you got it, and then you don't. And it's just a heartbreaking loss. So that's it. That is the video. Basic Concussive Blast ruined our plans. Other than that, First year would have had this game in the bag. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. Go ahead if you like the content, hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that share button. Other than that, see you later.